101 right here. Hanging out with you. It's my buddy Dennis, a longtime Giants fan. And,
unfortunately.
Shut up. They've been nice to us. And, we wanted to come on here and touch really about what hasn't been going on in the off-season. Dennis, how are you doing today?
Just fine.
How did you feel about what happened this past year?
Not good, not good. Started off the season promisingly. And then really kind of went downhill. Didn't really feel too confident going into the playoffs. And the Eagles brought the, I wouldn't say the better team, but the less mistake
I wouldn't
team.
either. Yes, the less mistake team. It's a great way to put it.
Thank you.
They did bring the less
That's
mistake
it. That's
team.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, that's not it. Come here.
Well, that's it. What I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. With the draft coming up, what would you like to see the Giants do?
I don't. Hopefully, they can sign T.J. Houshmandzadeh, which means they wouldn't really have to address the receiving core. But if
I would
they don't,
appreciate that.
I think they have to address the receiving core, get somebody. I think they're pretty good at cornerback right now. They got a lot of good young players. Linebacker could be addressed. I wouldn't say the defensive line because Umanura is going to be back. I think linebacker, maybe offensive line. I don't think so. It's going to depend on how many years Kareem McKenzie's got left in him. I don't think he's that old, though.
Yeah, he's in there. Now, a big question here. Plexico Burress. If he gets out of legal trouble, do you think he is a Giant? And do you want him as a Giant? And do you think he'll get out of legal trouble? What do you think Plexico Burress' future is with him, and not only himself, but the New York Giants?
I could definitely see the Giants bringing him back, but he's obviously going to be on a tight leash.
Obviously.
Very tight leash. Like a foot.
And the mayor of New York doesn't like him very much.
Right there. The Giant fans obviously a big support. They're going to support him if he does come back. But I believe the Giants should sign Houshmandzadeh. I think he'll be a big factor. But the Giants are going to miss his 6'6" stature. There's not too many receivers out there that go up. Just throw the ball in the general area, he makes the catch.
That's what you saw in the Eagles game. You saw the no Plexico Burress factor.
And towards the end of the season.
Because when Eli is being pressured by the Eagles D-line in the playoffs, you can obviously see that Eli wasn't very comfortable throwing to receivers like Dominic Hickson and Monty Toomer. He was missing that big, tall presence deep in the field that he didn't have against the Eagles. So, Dennis, anything else you want to touch on while you're here about the Giants' season past and present and future?
Big things from Brandon Jacobs. So they're going to put the franchise tag on him. Big things from him. He has to really take away some pressure from Mr. Eli Manning there.
All right, 2 more questions. Where do you think the Giants go next year? Number 2, if since we're kind of biased, the Giants don't win the Super Bowl next year, who does?
Okay, to address the first question, the Giants again win the division. Solely because I think the Cowboys...
The Cowboys have way too many problems.
Too many problems.
And they're going to continue.
The Giants, I think, will address some defensive problems. I think they'll definitely address the receiving issue, whether it be with a free agent or in the draft. So I definitely think they can win the division again. It's going to be tough losing Spagnuolo, but I think that defensive crew as a whole still will have the lessons he taught them. So I think they'll be fine. If the Giants don't win the Super Bowl next year, that is a tough one. I'm going to have to go...
You know who the favorite is?
Right now?
Mm-hmm. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
I was going to say them,
You know who the second favorite is?
Colts.
The New England Patriots.
Okay.
The Giants come in as the 6th favorite to win the Super Bowl next year.
I'm gonna take the Colts. I'm gonna take the Colts only because they're gonna lose Marvin Harrison. It's gonna be a big loss to them, but not as big as you would think because he wasn't even in the playing mode really this year. Peyton Manning is the best quarterback in the NFL in my opinion right now. And I think that he will lead them to the Super Bowl if they have the chance. If they stay away from the injuries, defense is good enough. The offense obviously is way better than any offense in that division. I do predict one big prediction here. The Titans will have a fall. I don't think Kerry Collins is going to start for them. I think it's going to be Vince Young. And I think they're going to fall. They lost Albert Hainsworth.
I think Kerry Collins had kind of a Kurt Warner season. You kind of go on the downhill, but you have one of those seasons that's the best you ever had.
The Cardinals, again, in my opinion, will win the division. I think they won. I don't think there was much competition coming out of there.
Not for a few years.
Seahawks have to get a new coach, so the Rams continue to disappoint. So
Well, one more thing. Speaking about big quarterbacks, New England Patriots, Tom Brady obviously coming back off of a huge season-ending injury that happened way early in last year's season. They used backup Matt Castle for the entire year. Matt Castle today has been traded, and Tom Brady is back in the driver's seat for that New England team, and that is one of the reasons why they are the second favorite team this upcoming season in the NFL to win the Super Bowl. So, Dennis, thank you for coming on.
anytime.
Would you mind saying something to the viewers? Say, Giants Mafia, one love.
Giants Mafia, 1. Love. That's a heart.
And can you say screw you, Dallas?
I can't say screw you, Dallas, but I can say Dallas is awful and bad and terrible. And if you want to be qualified as America's team, I don't think that title runs anymore, but I think Mexico might still need a team. So, there's that.
All right. Well, thank you, Dennis. GG, man. 101. Peace out.